Hello folks, welcome back to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. I'm 𝗬𝗏𝗲s here with a bunch of naked people. And they're going to remain naked for a little bit because I've been thinking a little bit kind of between episodes and while I've been busy this weekend. And I think I'm going to set up our camp down here, right near the refugee camp. I believe it'll take up a 3x3 space. So I might center it right here. Could put a note and put camp. That's, I think, where we're going to center it. So it's nice and close to trading, mutual defense. It's got the fence line around it. And I think that'll be fine. So what I'm going to do is I already went and got all of our protein rations, which I had earlier picked up for this purpose. But we're going to go down to that place and see what we can't do about just starting the camp, just getting right into it. I can bring over clothing for them some other time and weapons and such. I think we're probably going to want to just give them melee weapons to begin with. So whatever that looks like, just giving them all knives, or I don't know what. Maybe baseball bats. We got a lot of baseball bats if I remember correctly. And we could drive some spikes into them and make them really good weapons, really. Now, there's a lot of junk in this ground, so I'm not 100% sure how this is going to turn out. But it's just going to be the way it's going to be for now. Maybe I will think about that a little bit, though. Because if we stop here, swap positions. I have them all on guard. Maybe we won't do there. Maybe we'll do right here, and that way we're bordered by the road. And it's not so far into the center of the camp, so to speak. Delete the note. So we want to go here. And if I travel to that point, there we go. This would be the spot. So let's just mark it with a stick. Still carrying around this massive sledgehammer. No, don't step into the bush. I think we're going to have to get everyone to follow. Oh, don't beat on my vehicle, for crying out loud. Come on, then. Skip around the bushes. And sure, this looks good on the map. We're in the right spot. And if we... I don't remember how to do this, so let's just talk to someone. Let's talk to whoever's closest. Sherwood. I want to set up a camp. I don't remember how to do it. Let's talk about the camp. I want you to build a camp here. Name this camp. I don't know. What do we call it? Refugee Center plus exclamation mark. No, just Refugee Center plus. We're gonna call it. Because they tried to, well, they are setting up their own camp far away, and we think it's a suicidal place to do it. So this is going to be our place. Is that it? Refugee Center Plus. Well, we have a marker. Do we have anything like, aren't we supposed to have like a billboard or something that gets set up so we can do things? I'm so confused. Well, let's take a minute to get to know some of these people. So we'll just start with Jesse Trotter. And there's something I just wanted to talk for a bit. Mind if we chat for a bit about your history? What did you want to talk about? Mind if I ask what happened in the beginning? So Jesse Trotter Well, now that's a hell of a story, so settle in. It all goes back to about 5 years ago after I retired from my job at the mill. Times was tough, but we got by. Alright, please continue. That was when I had my old truck, the blue one. We called her Old Yeller. Okay. One time, me and Marty Gumps, or as he were known to me, Rusty G, were driving Old Yeller up Mount Greenwood in the summertime looking for fireflies to catch. Fireflies, got it. Rusty G, that's my old partner Marty Grumps, were in the passenger seat with his trusty 18 gauge line in his lap. That were his dog's name, only we all just called him 18 gauge for short. Okay, I think I see some zombies coming. We should cut this short. Be patient, I'm almost done. Now, up to the top of Mount Greenwood, there used to be a ranger station. That would have been before you were born. It got burnt down that one year. They said it were lightning, but you and I both know it were college kids partying. Rusty G and I left Old Yeller behind and went in to check it out. Burnt out old husk, looked haunted. We figured there were some them damn kids rummaging around in it. Rusty G brought his 18 gauge, and lucky thing, because what we saw. What did you see? A goram moose living in the old ranger station. It nearly gored Rusty, but he fired up that 18 gauge and blew a big hole in its side. Old 18 gauge went heading for the hills, but we tracked him down. Moose went down like a bag of potatoes, but a real big bag of if'n you catch my drift. I catch your drift. Anyway, long story short, we're heading back up to Mount Greenwood to check on the old range station again when I heard them bombs falling and choppers flying. Decided to camp out there to see it all through, but it didn't ever end now, did it? So here I am. Alright, thanks for the story. I'm so glad we went through that. I'd like to know a bit more about your abilities. Okay, here we have the character sheet for Jessie Trotter, and he's got a little bit of unarmed combat, a little bit of melee, handguns, submachine guns, archery, throwing, launchers, all 1. Survival 2, food handling 3, fabrication 2, not bad, tailoring of 4, athletics 1, mechanics 2, computers and healthcare of 1, vehicles of 1, and social of 4. Cool. I'm not going to read everybody's skills. We can see them just as well, but let's have a look at his traits. That's more important, I guess. Good hearing, robust genetics, spiritual, tough, hates vegetables, and is ugly. So he's an ugly old man who likes to tell stories and isn't particularly skilled, other than he can sew on a mean patch, I guess. He can fix his own clothes. Cool. He feels bad. He's obese, despite having been in a sweltering sauna of a prison for who knows how long. At least a couple months that we know of. And his stats are not bad. So, yeah. Good stuff. There's something I want you to do. I would like you to guard this position and see you around. So, Jessie Trotter. That was 1. 𝘁𝗵𝗄𝗎𝗄𝗋. I'm gonna go with 𝗬𝗍. I wanted to talk for a bit. Tell me about your history. What did you want to talk about? How did you survive those first few days? I don't even curse to know anymore. I have no freaking idea what is going on. I'm just doing what I can to stay alive. The world ended, and I bungled along not dying until I met you. Huh. Okay. And I would like you to guard this position. Or let's go talk about the camp again. I want to assign you to work at this camp. Clear all priorities. Yeah, that's fine. Sorting the loot, butchering. Okay. Press I to inspect, return to change the workers. Okay. Okay, see you around. So let's see who stays. Those two? Can we just tell everyone to go to camp? Temporarily. No. Oh, move to location there. Okay, that's not what I was thinking of when I thought of location. Wake up, dismount, prepare for danger, relax. Think something. Tell someone to follow. Yell a sentence. Yell. Nothing here. Oh, man. Well, I just assigned them all to do something. But they're still just following me. I'm going to play around with this for a minute. Just going back into the camp menu. I mean, I want you to build a camp here, but you're too close to another camp. Talk about camp. Yeah, I want to assign you to work here. Okay, so Jesse and Sherwood. Sherry, go work at the camp. And so on. Jesse, Sherwood, Sherry, Erna. This is like one of those memory games. Nope. Erna, want you to camp, sign. Yeah, so we're just gonna go through them all, I guess, like this. So Shirley and then Sterling is left. Sterling. Nope. Shit. Pardon my French. Merde. Just want to know. Yeah, want you to do camp, not martial arts. And work at the camp. So that is 6 people here at the camp. And I do not know what to do with them. Oh, you're all going over there. Why? What? Where are they going? They're all just hanging out over here now? That seems reasonable. Totally. Let's remove that. Delete note. What the... Everyone follow me. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with this, and I'll come back to you in a second here. Okay, slight change of plan. I'm going to try and set up a faction camp here. Simply because I just don't think things were working properly. And it may have just been proximity. Oh, we have a heavy sledgehammer in our hand, so it's not going to work. Fine. Put it down. Let's climb over that. And let's just try and... I guess we need someone with us, don't we? Hello, you, talk. I need you to come with me. Let's go over here so you can get around. And let's try this again. Let's talk about our camp. I want you to build a camp here. Okay, select camp type. Faction base, bare bones base camp. Manually add built-in board to use. No construction. Can be constructed anywhere. Okay. Or radio tower with building base. Yes. Name this camp. What town are we near? I don't know. Let's call it Radio 1. And... great. Okay, we have the billboard. we want to add some zones. So, sorting zones have changed. Please create some sorting zones. You must create a camp food zone and a camp storage zone. Okay. I'm going to remove that zone. Add base camp food. Yeah, I guess for now, let's just put it here. Add base camp storage. Let's put it there. And, I think that's all we really need for now. Yeah. Save changes, yes. And then we have some options here. We can expand the base. We don't have enough stored food to feed our companions. Okay. So, if I go here and dump all these protein rations I'm carrying around, and then come back here, we can distribute food. We distribute 11,200 kcal worth of food to your companions. Okay. Talk. Or go back here. What do we have? Gather materials, collect firewood, menial labor. Right, so we can send them out to do things, or we can expand base. Departs to survey land. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. Hold on. Come back here. Talk. Or I can just say guard, can't I? Okay, first of all, I want to assign you to work at this camp. Sherry is there. Okay. Are you following me around? No. You're now in the camp. Okay, cool. You're just gonna sit on the chair. I'm fine with that. And I'll get everyone else assigned here and we'll see what happens. Nice, and they still haven't fixed people smashing their way in through windows, which is really kind of annoying. Hopefully they all just stick around. Let's, let's see. So one's out on a mission, Sherwood. We can assign jobs. We can gather materials. You go do that. Gather materials. You also have a survival of 2. You go do that. And I'm just going to assign them all to go do things for the moment. How about forage for plants, your survival of 1, and collect firewood with your survival of 0. So that's all of our people now gone off to do things, so this is effectively base camp. We have 18 wrappers sitting there. And so this will be the start. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of time. One thing I'd like to do, though, is take down that piece of fence so we can back up into there. And then we'll set up a sorting zone. Let's see here. Heavy sledgehammer will wield. There we go. Catch our breath. And some changes have been made here in experimentals so that now we have this menu. We can set auto haul filters, and I'm just not exactly sure. Haul everything here. Why aren't you hauling everything? Enable auto haul. There we go. That's what we have to do. And we'll bring it down into here. Stop hauling. And, yeah, so... no companions following me. Oh, that would have been much easier just to have them all follow me, wouldn't it? And, so what we'll do is... let's just do a little trial run of this. if I drive in around here, which won't last forever, but I have a feeling this fence is going to go away at some point anyways. And then we back up. Maybe we'll use the concrete as a guide here. So if we just back up to there, for instance, want to stop driving, and then add a zone. We're going to add an unsorted zone, unsorted, and it will span this whole area, and we'll save that. So from there we need zones to put things in, and like a locker or a couple lockers and a couple shelves are a good start. I guess we can make do with what we have here. This stuff, we'll just move that into there, and maybe we'll make that a locker for clothes. So add, we'll go clothing right there, add armor right there, and filthy armor and filthy clothing right there. And I'll get all these laid out and I'll bring you back in a sec. Alright, and that's a number of zones all laid out, subject to change of course. And I even added an NPC retreat zone up a little bit. It's not on that first level, it's up a couple of things so they can climb up the tower if they need to retreat. Better save these before I forget. And so that'll allow them to start sorting out gear when we bring it over, because eventually we will shift the whole base over here. It's not exactly where I wanted, but you know what, it's a fine location. Obviously something wasn't right making it within here, and I had considered going over here to this evac shelter, but this is good. This is between two trading spots, right? We can trade up here at the refugee center, we can trade over here at the blacksmith's, gunsmith's place. So that is fine. What was down here again? Oh yeah, the farm supply store. We still have, of course, a lot of trading to do way down over here someday, because I would not mind at all getting... Oh yeah, and Hubble 1. That's another thought. I wouldn't mind getting some CBMs. I feel like that's a good progression to go for. So once we get a little more sorted out, we'll do that. I'm going to have to cut this one short. I've spent a lot of time just trying to figure this stuff out and failed runs. So it's a little shorter, but this is it. This is our camp, the beginning of it, and it's, what is it called? I called it Radio 1, just because. So, I hope you enjoyed this little short episode, just running short on time, and yeah, what do you do? Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to my patrons, as always, for making this content possible. I do appreciate you guys, just as I appreciate, really, everyone who watches. Please subscribe. I need those subscribes. It's free and easy, and, okay, I won't say fun, but it's not painful, I promise. Alright, have a great rest of your day, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.